SMT Nation, welcome back to the channel, and we've got a special edition here. I wanted to share my experience at a recent family gathering and event. There was a wedding, and we were at a banquet hall, and there were a ton of guests. I would estimate probably somewhere between maybe 300 and 400 people at the event. And I want to give you guys a rundown of, first of all, like the location, the tower sites, the usage and experience there within the hall, around the area. And I think it's kind of interesting. So I'll share with you guys, first of all, timing. This was on a Sunday evening. It was about 7 p.m. And it was just around the time where the guests were, for the most part, most of them were there. All right. There were still some available tables. So I'm guessing, they later filled up within the next like 20 to 30 minutes. But for the most part, it was full to capacity. There were a lot of people. I don't know about the market share of those users or whatever, but the location specifically was in Brook Park, Ohio. I think right between West 130th Street and I think Ridge Road, maybe closer to the 130th side over by Chevy Boulevard. And it was, I don't know, probably about a mile off the freeway or so. And there was a tower site, right there by I-480, very, very close to the freeway, probably just like a fifth of a mile away. So very, very close. And all carriers were on this co-located tower site. Very tall site. So I don't know exactly. I forgot to look whose gear was at the top or bottom or whatever, but we were very close. And I want to share with you guys kind of like the testing that I saw from within the banquet and share some things here with you guys. So to get you started first, the first speed test here, picture it is from AT&T. The ping time is 44. The jitter is 22, and we got a 111 megabit per second downlink and a 10 megabit per second uplink. This is their 5G test. They did not have the 3.7 gigahertz C band. It was not N77 5G plus. This was just regular 5G. For them, it's DSS here in my county. So this specific one just says regular 5G. It's got the stupid light glare, but it is, 5G DSS. It's probably running N2 20 by 20 bandwidth. Nothing crazy, but still pretty good considering we were pretty deep into the banquet and the dance hall and stuff like that. So that's the 5G test. And then here is the 5GE test, or basically LTE. 30 ping, 2 jitter, 168 megabit down, and 4 up. All right, so if you look at these two tests, while the uplink is a little bit better, the downlink offers much more throughput by being on LTE, and that's because of carrier aggregation, right? You get more channels combining to give you that speed. Why the uplink difference? I'm not sure. That may have been momentary, possibly, but usually I see better performance on their dedicated LTE than their DSS because you get more bandwidth, channels aggregating and combining together. So this probably giving you probably 3 carrier aggregation in this instance, I would say. So you're probably getting like 10 by 10 band 14. You're probably getting 20 by 20 PCS and 20 by 20 AWS, which is band 2 and band 66. I'm not sure if the band 30 worked in there. I'm not sure if the site even had it. It's possible, but it may not have been working inside because that's a higher frequency. And I'll explain why I think that when I show you guys the T-Mobile site performance. All right, so moving on to the Verizon test. Here's the low band 5G for Verizon. This is also a DSS special, but this uses band 5, which is 850 megahertz for their DSS 5G, a 10 by 10 channel, probably also combining with AWS, PCS, possibly, I suppose. Band 13 is probably also available here, but I probably wasn't connected to it because I was connected to the band 5. All right, 34 ping, 10 millisecond jitter, 101 megabits down, 11 megabits up. Again, just fine, good. Just like the AT&T speed test, very similar, right? You could do whatever you got to do on this connection, no issues whatsoever. All right, now slide it over to LTE, and you'll see that it offers a little bit more speed. This could be momentary; it's very close, or it could just be better. I don't know. Maybe there's more bandwidth connected in the aggregation. So, 32 ping, 7 jitter, and 122 down and 16 up. So a little bit better on LTE than the 5G DSS. in these types of instances, sometimes I see that it is better to be on LT. There's a little bit better performance there, and the DSS doesn't really make a difference for anyone's life. So far, we have seen nothing special about 5G in this testing while in this banquet, in this hall. All right, moving over to T-Mobile. I actually have 3 tests to share with you guys from T-Mobile here. All right, so we got here's the LTE test for T-Mobile. 39 ping, 4 millisecond jitter, 38.7 megabits down, 0.76 megabits up. So the downlink is fine. You would have no issues using this for doing anything for the most part. High quality video, whatever, sending stuff, receiving stuff, except for this. Actually, so yeah, upload, not good at all, 0.76, and I'm not really sure why. The signal strength is not great. I'm wondering if maybe the tower site wise, the might be a little bit congested if this is just picking up low band for LTE like band 71, 600 megahertz. Typically, we only see about 5 megahertz on the band 71. Most of it's on N71, 15 megahertz. So maybe if they were doing DSS and dynamically sharing the spectrum between LTE and DSS, this would have been different. Possibly, I don't know. But like the ping and the jitter are very similar to like Verizon and AT&T, so that's mostly the same. Looking at the low band 5G test, it's not all that different. All right, 19.2 megabits down, 5 megabits up, ping time at 29, and then the jitter at 4 milliseconds. So if you look at these two tests between LTE and their low band 5G, you'll see that the low band 5G is actually slower, right? But on the uplink, it's a little faster. So faster on the downlink, slower on the uplink. And I don't know, I guess the ping time improved a little bit, so that's good. So maybe being on 5G helps here in this instance to get yourself some, added uplink. So now you could probably do a video call, or you could do a FaceTime video call. As with this, there's probably no way you could do it, right? The LT just didn't have the uplink throughput. So in this instance, I would say that 5G may have helped some people. Now, another thing I want to share with you is an image of the 5G UC I was picking up momentarily at times throughout the night. So this was a little bit later. I was able to pick it up. I think I was maybe sitting on the opposite side of the table. It may have made a difference. I'm not sure. All right, but the performance not really all that great. 80 ping is not good. The jitter at 5 millisecond. So that ping time was the highest of any test. I don't know. I think just hard to get a signal here. 252 down, and then 2 megabits on the up. All right, so that's pretty bad. It might work. Uh, I just don't know how well it would hold up. So, say for example, you were live streaming, right, or you were uploading content. This would be a difficult proposition, trying to do it with 2 megabits. The downlink is perfectly fine. This was why I think this is on edge cell. Uh, I tested it outside and it was getting like 500 megabits downlink just by going outside, right? And then the uplink I think went up to like 30 or 40 megabits. So it was plenty fast outside. It was the indoor usage that was the issue with some of these higher mid-band frequencies. Like that's why I said about the AT&T, I don't think I was picking up band 30 because it would have been probably a lot faster getting that additional bandwidth. All right, so in this instance, it may have helped some people to get on this connection, possibly for downlink, but for uplink, it wasn't really helping you. And like I said, location within the hall itself, it's a big banquet hall. There are tables all the way around the perimeter of the dance floor. And it's possible maybe it was picking up better for some people on the other side near to the entrance. I was kind of closer to the back, so may have made a difference. But I thought I'd share it with you guys. I don't know. I didn't get a shot of any of the gear, but when I was outside, I didn't see N77 C-band from either AT&T or Verizon. Maybe I was too far to pick up on the CBRS, so I didn't really notice anything on the LT side while I was out there either. But they held up okay. I think for 99% of people, the T-Mobile testing would have been fine. The AT&T and the Verizon would have been fine. I don't see any issues except for maybe some of the uplink there for T-Mobile was not great. What do you guys think of the testing, the setting, the scenarios? You guys think of the numbers? Who do you think did best? Whose numbers do you like? Sound off in the comment section below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for my Twitter. Also, my Gmail address for all business inquiries. And then my Patreon page is there if you guys want to support us and get early access to content and exclusive videos not found anywhere else. Thanks for supporting and watching. See you all in the next video. Peace.